Sanibonani, emini yanamhlanje, Dumelang, Abusheni, ninjani, siyaphila thina. Guys, namhlanje ngifuna sithi ukukhuluma ngendaba that is very, very important, and we actually ignore it, or maybe we take it very lightly. Uguti, we know there's things this caused by where we're coming from, caused by our beliefs, caused by what we have been taught before. I want us to talk about who are you listening to? Who are you listening to? You are on the journey. This journey is exactly like you being in school, right? When you're in school, you listen to your teacher. When you're in school, you believe ukuthi the teacher has the right information that you need to actually pass your class, or to actually, pass your class and proceed to the next level. That is actually correct. But now, on this journey of discovery, on this journey of your walk with God, your guides, and your ancestors, you also need a guide, guys. You can't just do it yourself. We've always had these people. We call them our predicant. We call them our pastors. We call them our abafundisi. We call them, those people, okobela, and so forth and so forth. Now, even as you have these people, you need to understand one thing. Uguti, they may be there to teach you. They may be there to guide you. But what they are teaching you and what they are saying to you, does it resonate with your spirit? Are you hearing their voices as if the voice is coming from another place? The voice is coming, is it their teachings? Are the teachings coming from their intellect? Or you can actually tell, Uguti, you know what? This is straight from the throne of grace. This is not coming from this person, because most times we are conflicted. Most times we get into confusion because we actually are hearing the person speak, but we're not hearing them. Or we are hearing them because of the noise that is inside our heads, the noise that is inside our spirit is not enabling us to hear these people. As konukbezwa at all, because now we also have our own things, we also have confusion by the ways that we have been doing things through our teachings were previously that we don't actually want to bury. A lot of people believe, Uguti, in order for them to walk the path, they need to be told. Every now and then, I get people coming to me to say, uyahlola. I had a dream. I need interpretation. Can you tell me what is the reason for this? Tell me why this is happening, this and that and that and that. Let me tell you something, guys. We no longer have seers. Very few are still around. Right now, we are dealing with scammers, if I can put it like that. We are dealing with people abafuna imali by all means and by any means. Those are the people that we are dealing with. So if you're gonna come to me and say, that is good. So thini, no problem. I'm not saying we are scammers. Some people are still okay in that direction and on that path. My point is here, learn. Hey guys, learn. When I'm teaching people, I teach people to be able to learn to hear God speak to them. I'm teaching you guys to be able to hear how the voice of your guide, your main guide, your chief guide sounds. I'm teaching you to be able not to be deceived by anyone. Remember, we've got a lot of people who will prey on your problems. We've got a lot of people who will actually capitalize on the very sad issues that you are going through. So I'm here teaching you how to listen, how to hear the master, how to hear umvelinqangi mayekhuluma nawe. I'm here to teach you such things so that nobody can prey on you. Mind you, people still come and start the journey, start the path with me. But then because of the way sikhule ngakhona ne, people will still go bayofuna information. Let me make an example. You are here. You start the journey. Uyabona izinto ziyavuleka ziyaqhaqheka, uyacleanser, uyabona ukuthi I know I'm going somewhere. Then for whatever reason, I'm not saying don't go to your churches. You go to church. These people, they know your story. They understand what you are going through such and such a thing, that has been troubling you. And the movement. But as soon as you start the journey, movement iyavela. Now they start telling you, you need to do 1, 2, 3. You need to do 4, 5, 6. And now, because you are unable to hear God speak to you, you are unable to hear your chief guide talking to you, what are you going to do? Obviously, you are going to just soyahlanganisa manje wenza ihlakantsuki uzohlanganisa nabo FG, uhlanganise nalezi zinto lezi bazokutshela ngeinkukhu, bakutshele ngani bathi yenza lokho. Phew, guys, it's easy. The journey, it's easy. It's not hectic. It's very easy. But because you put yourself into confusion, you put yourself in an entanglement with spiritual things, that's where now you will get confused altogether. Learn to hear the voice. Guys, I said just now on my notes where I wrote to my people on WhatsApp, it is important for you to understand who you listen to. It's very important. The road that leads to God, the road that leads to God's will, actually, the road that leads to God's will is always paved by the voice that you listen to. The voice that you listen to is the voice that will pave your way to God's will and the purpose in your life. We are all here for a purpose, but you are unable to actually gather the information as to what is your purpose in life because you are busy listening to every Tom, Dick, and Harry out there. Everybody will tell you their own version of things, own version side of story. If you listen, if you stay and learn, you will understand a whole lot of things. You will stop asking people what your dreams mean. I'm not saying don't ask, but I'm saying you will stop asking people what does your dream mean, because you would have heard it. God is simple. Your guides are simple. Your ancestors are very simple beings. What happens is you will get an answer even before you got the problem. That I've learned, and I stick by it. Before you get a problem, you already have an answer. You already have a solution to it. But because you are unable to hear the right voice, you've got a lot of voices speaking in your head. You've got a lot of people whispering in your ear. That is where the problem begins. Because I will tell you this. And you will go and speak to your friend. Your friend will tell you their own experience. And then you will plus your own experience. And then you will conclude. And then now you are cooking a stew. And in the process of cooking the stew, you're creating confusion in your life. So to eliminate confusion, guys, listening to who is speaking is very important. You must learn to know the voice that speaks to you and the voice that makes sense to you. It is very, very important. Because, guys, remember, you will pray. I'm trying to to drive a point home here. Following God and guides and ancestors, is centered to a voice that you actually listen to, not a prayer that you pray. I hope somebody got that. Following God is centered to a voice that you listen to, not a prayer that you pray. Why am I saying this? Because yes, you will pray. Prayer is good. We live by prayer. If you don't pray, you are lost already. You will pray. How will God answer you? How will God answer you after you've prayed? God will use a voice to answer your prayers. God will use somebody that will tell you and give you a direction, give you an answer to your prayer. But if you don't know the right voice, then you have a problem. If you can't actually differentiate the voice that comes from your God guides and ancestors to the voice of everybody, then you are in problems, you are in trouble. Chances are you will then go and say, God doesn't answer prayer. You've been praying and nothing has been happening. God is not hearing. God is not deaf. Your ancestors are not deaf. Your guides are not deaf. They hear and they answer. It's you. It's you who need to hear the right voice speak to you. But no, social media, Liz. You are listening, and it's very important, guys, to hear the voice of reason and to be able to separate the voice of reason from the noise that is out there. Don't follow everyone actually. Don't follow everyone. Don't follow everyone. Learn to actually hear. Learn to listen to the correct voice, to the right voice that comes from the throne of grace. It is easy. So, guys, I just wanted to pass this message today to say to you, to say to me, to say to us, the voices that we listen to will take us either to the pit of hell or to the liberty and the freedom of the troubles that we go through on a daily basis. So listen and listen and listen again, so that you step out of the confusion, so that you are able to solve the problems that you are going through. I hope this is all good. I hope this is all well. I hope this is going to deliver you. Listen to the voice. There is a way that you can separate the voice that comes from the pit of hell and the voice that is meant to liberate you.